What's going on YouTube? It's your friend Siren Frost coming at you with a deck profile today. And of course I'm doing this a little bit in the dark, so if you guys see, can barely see, I can always turn on the light for you. But I just feel like, I just don't really want to turn my light on that much because there's no cover for it. So anyways guys, this is a deck profile update of my Nightrose deck profile. I've been waiting for a while just to get all the support from the character booster set of Rummy Labyrinth. So it took me a little bit long time to get all the cards I needed from this clan, and then the one next to my other one next to me. But hopefully this will be to your guys' liking, and I will tell you guys what I'm missing and what I think is probably good for this deck. I don't know, but I'll just leave that to you guys' chance. So for my starting Vanguard, we have the new one called Guile Shade, and Guile Shade has caught my interest because it's a Nightrose Vanguard. And her effect is, of course, she's a Hollow Forerunner, so that's a really good artwork for her, actually. And now her rearguard ability is Carablast 1, put this in your soul. When the attack of your unit with Nightrose in its name hits the Vanguard, pay the cost. And if you do, choose a grade 1 card from your drop zone. Superior call it, and it gets plus 3,000 until the end of turn. And it's an active skill with a drop zone. Generation Break 1, Soul Blast 1, choose a grade 1 or greater rearguard, and rest it. Call this card to an open rearguard as hollowed. And actually, guys, to be honest, I don't know if I should put in 2 of these, but I think 1's enough, so that's probably why I'm thinking just 1's probably enough. I could be wrong. I know a lot of people still run Goauche, but I just think this is a Nightrose deck, so I think that Nightrose should have a starting Vanguard that represents her crew. But that's just me. Next, we're playing 4 Dr. Rouges for the Hill Trigger. I like her a lot better because she's a vampire, and I'm not a fan of the other ones. No, I lied. I like the Banshee ones, but in Francesca, but the vampires have always got my interest for over the years, so that's why she's in here. And I'm doing something a little bit weepy different with my decks. I'm playing 4 Nightflares, which is the draw trigger for Grand Blue, like from the olden days, and I just think draw triggers helps a little bit more than the others, but that's just me. Everyone has their different preference on playstyles more. Next, I'm also playing 8 crits, which is 4 Carrignans and 4 Rough Seas Banshees. I don't have the Nightrose crit trigger. Well, I have 3, but I'm missing 1 more. So once I get the 4th one, I'll redo this deck with the Rampage Shades in it, but for right now, I just don't have I don't have that 4th crit trigger that I needed. And I heard she's skyrocketed in price, so, which sucks. What is this crap? Okay, there it goes. So, there it goes. Anyways, guys, sorry about that. I kind of got numb for a little bit. Next, for grade 1s, we're playing 4 of the, what shade is this? Fatal Shade. And her ability is a Generation Break 1, Soul Blast 1. And put this card on the bottom of your deck. When this unit is retired from rearguard due to the effect of Hollow, if you have a Nightrose Vanguard, you may pay the cost. And if you do, choose a non-grade 1 card from your drop zone and superior call it. So, and it doesn't specifically say her name except Fatal Shade. You can superior call another Fatal Shade from the drop zone, which I don't think is a problem at all whatsoever. This is pretty much awesome, but only if you have a Vanguard with Nightrose in its name. That's what kind of sucks. And GB Generation Break 1, so you have to wait for a Djinn to go through. I'm playing 2 Negrobones. I mean, I could play the other Ghostie guy who is a Nightrose supporter, but I think the Negrobone kind of helps out too. Now, I kind of forgot what he does, because I haven't played Negrobone in a long time. GB1 and Carablast 1. At the end of battle, this unit boosted a rearguard. If you have a Nightrose Vanguard, pay the cost. And if you do, retire the unit that was boosted during that battle. Choose up the 1 card with Hollow ability from your drop zone, and superior call it. So, this actually got a really good combo with Negrolazy and Maltreat Shade. At least that I'm aware of. And of course, we always have the famous Tommy the Ghostie brothers in different art form. alternate art stride enablers, and 4 complete guards of Waterspout Djinn, or aka Tornado Djinn. So it's kind of a basic kind of build, nothing too crazy about it, it's just typical. What the hell is this crap? Ugh, I swear to God. My computer sometimes is cursed. Alright, anyways, before I got really off contact with, for grade 2s, I'm playing 4 Maltreat Shades. And Maltreat Shade's a new Nightrose supporter, Generation Break 1. So she has the same ability as Fatal Shade, but Maltreat Shade's a little bit different. When this unit is retired, do the effective hollow. If you have a Nightrose Vanguard, pay the cost. If you do, you don't have to pay the cost at all. You may put this card on the bottom of your deck. If you do, countercharge 1. Okay, that's a complete different effect than what Fatal Shade had for her duty effective retired from the hollow ability. When this unit attacks, if you have a Vanguard with Nightrose in its name, this unit gets plus 2,000 power for each of your hollow units and to the end of that battle. So my question to you guys is, does that count for all the rearguard hollow monsters? Or does it have to be in a drop zone? That's the question I was trying to ask. Next, of course, we're playing 4 copies of Witch Doctor of Lanquor Negrolazy, or Negrolazy. Negrolazy has been a popular unit for Grand Blues because of Nightrose, and his skill is GB1, Counterblast 1, and Soul Blast 1. When this unit is placed on Rearguard Circle, if you have a Vanguard with Nightrose in his name, pay the cost, and if you do, choose up to 1 grade 2 or less not named Negrolazy from your drop zone and superior call it. And if you do, add 2,000 power to Negrolazy, and it gains a new skill. When this unit is put into a drop zone to the effective hollow, countercharge 1 and soul charge 1. So this will also help you free some of your counterblasts up for later games, and also soul charge cards, in case there are some cards in your G zone that requires soul blasting, which of course it's a big thing now. Next, we're playing 3 Skeleton Cannoneers, just because of the awesome effects. When this unit becomes hollowed, choose one of your Counterblast 1, and then select one of your opponent's rearguards and force off the battlefield, and then you draw 1 free card. So that's a little bit more draw power besides the Nightflares. I like it. It's not that bad. Next, for grade 3s, we're playing the new Nightrose Captain herself, Vampire Princess of Starlight, Nightrose. And now her new skill is, I have to read this carefully. She does have Hollow, which is awesome. And now her new GB2 is for a 1-turn kill, whether it's in a Vanguard or Rearguard circle. Soul Blast 1. When your unit is placed on another Rearguard from your drop zone during your turn, pay the cost. And if you do, choose a grade 1 call card from your drop zone, superior call it to another Rearguard in the same column as this unit. And now for her new stride skill, Counterblast 1, you may look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put them into your drop zone. Choose a card from your drop zone, superior call it, and if that unit has a hollow ability, it gets 3,000 power in the end of that turn. So that's not too shabby for a new stride, but I think Night Fog is also better too. And speaking of Night Fog, I'm playing 4 copies of Vampire Princess of Nightfog, Nightrose. Since this is basically a Nightrose theme deck, why not have all the Nightroses you can? I never had this chance to do this for Asha, so I'm doing this for Nightrose as a redemption kind of thing. I'm also going to do it for Hari once I get the freaking next Hari, which freaking sucks. I don't even know how many bucks I go through. But yeah, we're all aware of what this Nightrose does, so that's the main deck right there. And I got this all carefully in there because, you know, I'm starting to get a little bit more and more clumsy. I don't think I have enough weed. I'm just kidding, guys. I rarely smoke that shit. That shit is brutal. Okay, there it goes. But yeah, guys, if you have by any chance another Rampage Shade, if that you're willing to fork over and try to help a gal out, I would vastly appreciate it. Really, I do. Alright, so that's the main deck. Now for the extra deck. Oh. Damn commercials. I bet. There we go. Alright, so for the G zone, you can never have a Nightrose deck without 4 copies of Miss Phantasm Carignan Nightrose. Now we all know what she does. When she attacks a Vanguard, Generation Break 2, you've counterblast 2 cards and flip a copy of Nightrose face them in the G zone, and then you choose up to 2 cards from your drop zone and Superior Column in separate columns or in different rows. Yes, in different rows. And guys, I want to make one thing specifically clear on her, is that, let's take this for example. She's on your Vanguard, and you activate, when you engage an attack, flip a copy of her. Now, here's the thing. You guys may think you can't put 2 units that you were called from this effect here, but that's the thing. They're in different rows, not different columns. So of course you can have 2 different units in the same column, but they're in different rows. So that's the only difference. I found that out last time when I did Nightrose's build. When I did Nightrose. So that's a good thing to always remember by. Next we got 2 Demon Sea Queen Mareads. Demon Sea Queen was a favorite of mine, a personal favorite, temporarily until I had the actual Nightrose. And what she does is you Carablast 1, flip a copy of a card face up in the G zone, and then discard 1 card from your hand. And I gotta read the rest. Alright, choose up to the same number of normal units from your drop zone as the number of Mareads in your G zone, with the sum of their grades being 4 or less, call them to separate rear guards. Then increase this unit's power by the sum of the original power of the units called with this effect. And it's the end of turn. So she does gain a huge power bonus from the units that were called with this effect, which is not a bad thing either. And next we got two copies of Diabolist of Corpse Negrosonger. Another Persona Blast ability. His ability is fucking, I'm bad with these things. Alright, his Vanguard is Carablast 1, choose a face down card named Negrosonger from the G zone, turn it face up, and then discard 1 card from your hand. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked, pay the cost. And if you do, look at the top 4 cards of your deck, put 1 in the drop zone and put the rest in your deck, shuffle your deck, and then choose a card from your drop zone, call the rear guard, and the unit gets plus 5,000 power for each face-up card in your G zone, and the end of turn. So what I kind of think would be best is Marley will go first, Negrosonger will go next, and then you choose 1 of your units from the drop zone, and it gets almost 15,000 power as long as you have 3 cards in your G zone face up. So that's just my little strategy. I don't know if that works in your guys' favor, but that's just me. Next, we're playing 2 Tempest-Calling Pirate King Goauche. Goauche has an interesting ability. Its ability is Carablast 1, you Soul Blast 1. And choose a face-down card named Goauche and turn face up in G zone. When this unit is placed in the Vanguard circle, pay the cost. And if you do, select up to 5 cards from your drop and your soul, put them into a drop zone, then Superior Call up the same number of cards from your soul that you sent to a drop zone. And those units get 1,000 power for each face-up card in your G zone and the end of turn. So that's the same ability as Negrosonger, and that's why Goauche is kind of almost the same thing, but a little bit more better. Next, I'm only playing 1 Pirate King Redemption Dragut. Crap. Okay, guys, I am very terrible with this. I sincerely apologize. Where in the hell did I put my Sacred Binder? Oh well. You guys have to forgive me on this one. For 1 turn, GB2, Carablast 2, choose a face down card, or choose a card from your hand and discard it. Choose up to the same number of cards from your drop zone as the number of your rear guards, call them to separate rear guards, and for each unit with a hull ability that was called, your opponent chooses 1 of his or her rear guards and retires it. If your opponent has no rear guards, you draw 1 free card. So I hear some people saying he's good for late game, but I sincerely doubt it. Now we're playing my newest little favorite, what his name is? Unfading Ship Immortal Galleon. He is a Generation Break 8 unit. And this is only going to be achieved if you have 8 face-up cards within the G-Zone, which is very difficult in the long run. But if some of us can pull it off, why not? Now his skill is, when he's placed in the Vanguard circle, select up to 5 cards from your drop zone and call them to rear guards. Add 10,000 power to each of them. And at the end of turn, retire them. And since the entire deck is consisted of hollow units, this would be a piece of cake. And then finally for G units, we're playing 4 copies of Diabolist of Tomb's Negromode. Negromode's ability is a versatile one. If you have 5 or more cards in your drop zone, add 5,000 power to her shield. If you have 10 or more, add an additional 5,000 power. If you have a total of 15 or more, add an additional 5,000 power. Which means this unit can gain 15,000 power of a power shield if you have 15 or more cards in the drop zone. I personally think that's a good choice. I mean, there's a lot of people that may use Negrolazy or Deep Corpse Dragon, but I think she's also a good card to have too, just because it's another way to boost up the G zones, especially if you're working on GB8, guys. So I'm hoping if I ever go back into playing Vanguard full time, if I can find a tournament or a locals, I can so totally pull it off. So yeah, I know you guys are maybe thinking like this deck's gonna be another piece of shit deck because y'all want to hate on me and all this shit. Keep your little comments to yourself, unless they're actual criticism. I don't want to hear any more of the trolly, typical bad swearing, big meanie kind of thing. Just if you guys have something to say it. That's all. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this deck profile. I hope you guys watch. I hope you guys like what you see. Sorry this video was a little too short. I had to specifically find all the effects and explain it to you. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of this video, and see you guys in the next video. I don't know why I said video twice. Fucking forget it. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys later, and have a great day. Bye.